Juan,
Shalom,
Kanai, and
brother Yara.
alright, this is the Gary branch of Great Millstone. First, you want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Kakwadash.
double honors to our elders and GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to those teaching in truth and sincerity for the love of the gospel. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. And, pretty much, the title's lesson is going to be going into, ain't no other way, but the only way to get through these times is go through the straits, pretty much. There's no other way but the straits. It inspired me to do this lesson. I was watching the Elder Yasharamba. He did a lesson a while back, going to how he's got these people out here talking about you guys going to speak Jacob's trouble into existence and all this. Why would you want that to happen? But they don't understand that it has to happen in order for us to get to the kingdom. And there's no other way. The straight gate's the only way. Whether you like it or not, man, it's the truth. At Yahushua, he had to go through his straight gate, being a sacrifice for the nation of Israel. And what he did, he asked the Lord, to take away the cup. But hey, the Lord didn't, pretty much he gave the answer that, he gave him his answer by not responding. Like, no, you got to man up. And the Lord gave him the spirit to go, through what he had to go through. And when we the same, man, we all gonna have our Garden of Gethsemane moment. But hey, it's the only way we can get the hell up out of here, man. And we'd rather to give you the truth than a lie. Because that's what Jake wants. Jake wants to hear a lie because he don't want to face the reality of the truth. Jake don't want to man up.
Yeah, man. Because they don't, unto them, it's not a good thing to serve the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to give up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, their pleasures in life.
Yep. They don't want to sacrifice. And your sacrifice is yourself, your life. And some of us may have to literally give up our lives, because it is prophesied that some is going to be beheaded. Although that you had that happen in the past. You had men in the Lord and women that died for, for their faith. But hey, it's going to happen in these times as well, because Scripture say what that which is written then is now. And Scripture also say that the servant is not greater than his master. So if they persecuted the Lord, and it's how much more of those that teach in His name, But
because they seek not to please the Lord. They seek to please themselves.
Gone.
Their God is their belly.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can open up with that then. Which one you got? The one at Luke 13?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, we can open up with that first.
Okay, this is Luke 13, verse 24. It says, strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able.
So the Lord says strive, which means you got to fight, because what we're doing right now, we're fighting to prepare to endure the times to come. Like a literal fight, man. You think those boxers or those MMA fighters, how you think they trained before? They knew they had a scheduled match, and they trained themselves for that match so they can endure and ultimately get the victory. And right now, that's what we're doing, man. We're striving to make it through the straight gate. By what? Exercising, in the spirit, working out in the spirit. And how you do that, by, calling on the true name of the Lord, repenting, praying, fasting, putting off the ways of evil, in preparation for the times to come, because all hell finna break loose out here, man, sooner than we expect,
Yeah, and the straits is like, it's difficult,
Yeah.
It's like a difficult place. Like when you say what they, like when you're training, your training isn't gonna be easy at first.
Yeah.
But that's why you're training, so you can build yourself up, so that it becomes easier to you.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard at first. Hey, but once you get through the process of doing it so many times, it becomes easier.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? And like that's what the Lord is preparing. The Lord is preparing us and training us. You know what I'm saying? To enter into these hard times.
Yep. And if I may, real quick, the word for straight, and it says stenos. It says, but I'm gonna read down. It's narrow, straight. It says, from obstacles standing close about. You know, obstacles. You know, and just like like boot camp in the military, they got the obstacle course. You got the hurdle. You know, in order for you, to pretty much graduate, or you have to go through the, one thing you have to do is get through the obstacle course. You know.
Yep, and the obstacle, like we say, man, it's training.
Mm-hmm.
Because training is all just to make you stronger.
Yep, to build you up.
So it toughen you up.
That's pretty.
Read on.
No, I think that was the point. We can get the one in Matthew 7:13. Yeah, because we the prophets ain't here to give you a feel-good story, man. We here to give you the truth, man. Which, Lord willing, we hoping to be of that number, the elect, man. We here to give you the truth. And the truth of the matter is, we have to go through hell in order to get to the kingdom, man. That's the only way. And yeah, we get it. We understand. Why people are like, damn, why would they, because we get it. We in the flesh. We know, like, damn, we got to go through that. But at the same time, that Lord give us comfort to know He's going to be with us in those times as well, to get us through those times, man. And we know, hey, once we get through that, there's a reward coming. So that's why we rejoice when we see prophecies happen. People look at us like we crazy, like, why do you want nuclear destruction to come? Hey, we know the only way for us to get the hell up out of here and to deliver, this place has to be burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about the doom and the gloom, but we also emphasize if you trust in the Lord and put off the ways of wickedness, the miracles, the protection that the Lord is going to give you in those times, which is going to require you to have faith, And that's what the Lord doing too as well. Ultimately, He's building up our faith. Because it's good to say what? The just shall live by faith. That's what's going to get you, is having faith. And not faith in, Jesus Christ, or Allah, or money, or,
Hey, like you say, this thing has to happen because, you know what I'm saying? The Lord got to get rid of this filthy environment, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Why would the Lord, bring in a clean, heavenly place, to this messed up, filthy place?
Yeah, the cesspool of iniquity.
You know what I'm saying? So, what does good have to do with evil?
Mm-hmm.
So this place has to be cleansed first. For all, and they gotta pay. They gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? They need their judgment for all the abominations that they committed in the sight of the Lord.
You got it.
This is Matthew 7, verse 13. It says, "Enter ye in at the strait gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat."
And broad is the way, because why? The wide path, it seems peaceful. That's why the scriptures say, when they should say peace and safety instead of destruction. Because a lot of people are going to be deceived by this devil. A lot of people are going to be tricked and duped into taking that charagma and thinks that, everything's going to be good. That's the broad gate. Also the philosophies, that govern this world is going to lie. That governs the minds of these people when these dainties and things are snatched from them. these people that haven't been following this truth, they're going to be more, susceptible into accepting that mark, which is going to lead to their destruction. Because it's going to seem like the answer, but it's going to lead to the destruction. Whereas those of us that's putting off this world, yet to the flesh is grievous, and to the carnal man it seems stupid, but in the long run it's going to lead to what? Everlasting life.
Yeah, because like the minds of the people, man, they're at ease.
Mm-hmm.
These people are at ease, and they're not on defense. All right, they're not guarding their souls. You know what I'm saying, against the wiles of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, they're gonna spiritually lose their lives because of it.
Yep. And
not just physically, but spiritually, you're gonna miss out on the reward of the Lord for keeping His commandments.
God.
But because your mind was at ease, and you know what I'm saying, more geared towards not keeping His commandments because of the wicked vibration of this world, you're not gonna inherit the kingdom of heaven and all of its glories.
God. God. Some more on that.
Yeah, verse 14, it says, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life.
Yeah,
and that's the point of the lesson right there.
Con.
If you
Yeah.
read it over for you.
Con, you got it, bro.
It says, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
And few there be that find it, man. Because why? They don't want to put forth the sacrifice and the effort to get there, man. They don't want to go through the troubles. Because either way it go, you're going to have to go through the straight. Scripture say many should go through both righteous and the wicked going to have to go through the straight. The storm going to come regardless whether the fuck you believe it or not. But the scripture say what? The righteous shall hope for the wide, but the wicked shall not see the wide. Because they're thinking this broad gate, this broad path that they walking down, oh man, we'll be all right. Because at first it seems good. But they don't know that it's going to lead to their ass falling off a cliff. Whereas the opposite end of the spectrum, those of us that's going through the straight, the position of difficulty now, man, at first it's hard. It's hard putting off, the ways of this world. It's, going through the straight gate, making, sacrificing, putting off the flesh. Because in a world that's surrounded by wickedness, because just because you woke up to the truth doesn't mean the world stopped being wicked. No, it became even more wicked. You seeing the wicked flourish. You're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? To the flesh. And then at first it seems difficult, but hey, in the long run, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off in Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, because, even though it's narrow, you know what I'm saying? And it's harder to go through. It's actually a safer path for you to get, to make it.
Mm-hmm.
To the, it's the only way to make it, actually.
Yeah.
It's the only way to make it.
And the only way you
it's
can
the only safe way to make it into the kingdom of heaven. Every other place is gonna, every other broad place is gonna lead you to destruction.
God. And if I may, it requires you having faith as well to get through it.
Yeah, because you gotta believe.
Yeah.
You gotta believe you can see the other side.
God. Hey, if you go down, you read another verse.
Kind. Yeah, it says, Matthew 7, verse 15, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves.
So, because why? The false prophet is going to lead your ass down the broad path.
Exactly.
He's going to make it sound good. I know it. You're going to believe, like, he must, because why? His outward appearance, his status. Oh, this guy, he must know what he's talking about. Because say what the poor man wisdom is despised. But
yeah. They got these mega churches they call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the broad path.
Yeah.
even if it's a small church, man.
Yeah.
They got a religion. They got all these religions out here, man, and they cover the globe.
Yeah. Well, it may not.
I'm saying you got religions that's worldwide out here, and that's the broad path, man.
Yeah.
So even if you're in a small church, that's what the world believes.
Yep.
You know.
Even these entertainers and athletes, because you necessarily may not have to go to church, but your mind can be governed by, the mindset of this world, because there's different traps and snares out there. Church is just one of the aspects. The Christian church. You got Islam, you got Buddha, you got people that worship money. You got people that saying that's being led by a woman or whatever the case may be. So, in a sense, those like them false prophets as well. Esau, the devil himself, Trump. Because why? He coming in the form of a savior, but they don't know he's leading your ass to destruction. Elon and all these people, man. Whereas the poor man, the prophets under Yahweh Shai, we leading you to, hey, we tell you, hey, no, this is the right way to go. The straight gate, but people like, no, I don't think so. You think look at how fucking difficult we got to go through that? Like, yeah. Because the false prophet lying to you. The false prophet tell you ain't no destruction coming. Everything's going to be good. No, the destruction is fucking coming, whether you like it or not. Ain't no famine coming. Why the fucking food price is slowly creeping up on your ass. And you got the men of the Lord out there telling you what? To repent. And scripture, you just roll by a thing, say Jesus saved. He ain't saving nothing. No damn Jesus saving shit, man. Because that's not the true name of the Lord. The true name of the Lord is Yahweh Shai. And in order for you to be saved too, you have to sacrifice.
Hey, grab a precept real quick.
You got it, bro.
St. John 8.
Just quote it so I can pull it up on my phone.
It is St. John 8. This is verse 31. It says, Then said Yahweh Shai to those Jews which believed on him, he said, If ye continue in my word, ye are my disciples indeed. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So you have to do this the Lord's way, man, not your own way. Hey, Yahweh Shai said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
The only way you can, it's mighty he said that, because the only way you have to go through Yahweh Shai. He's at the porter.
Because that's the point. If you continue in his word, not anyone else's word. He said, if you continue in his word, not the words of man, not the words of yourself. And the words of the Lord is the Bible.
Hey, it's mighty you say that, because the Lord said, what as well? If you love me, you got to keep my commandments. So you have to do what the Lord requires of you as well. Just like the people of this world, the people that follow this world. If Jake, like you got a nigga that's an expert in money, if you covet your money, you're gonna do what he tell you to do, so in hopes to get that money. No, this is how you do the money. This is how you do that. You flip this, you do that, and then you'll be able to get this. So you know what I'm saying? So hey, that's or the Christian church. If you put in, they do that. But hey, so how much more for the Lord, man?
Because this world, they'll tell you all kinds of other stuff, man. That's not what the Lord said. These religions will have you going the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? They'll have you following after your pastor. They'll have you following after a celebrity, a wicked ass celebrity. They'll have you following after false prophets and false teachers. bad influencers, you know.
I got a precept. Second Ezra, 7th chapter. Which this chapter is mighty because it speaks. You know, the Lord, you know, gave Ezra pretty much what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty much, you know, like, you know, the damn brain fog, but you know, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty much, he gave him like you know, this is how, you know, simulate. Damn, I forget the name of the word. But you know, like, pretty much, he gave him like, this is how, you know, this is what you gonna have to go through in order to get to the kingdom. He gave him pretty much different scenarios.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm saying that correctly, I forget the word, a little brain fog right now, but you get the drift, man. He pretty much gave him like, you know, similarities. This is what you have to go through. You know, using things of the world to explain, you know, examples. Well, you know, things of the world to, you know, to explain the journey that we have to go through to go to the kingdom, man. You know, because when anything like Shamariah say, man, the glory of the Lord is in all things, man. You know, anything anything you want in this life, you know, you have to work hard to get. It's a sacrifice. What, you know, like literal working, man. You want money, right? You gotta what? Sweat. You gotta toil. You gotta get your ass up early in order for you to get that paycheck. And it's grievous, but it's worth the reward at the end. Or working out. You know, you want to get swollen and fit, cut. You gotta what? You know, you gotta make a sacrifice. You gotta eat right. You gotta do push-ups. You gotta be consistent. So the same thing with this truth, man. You want to go to the kingdom, man. This is what you gotta go through. And to the flesh, you're like, ugh, you know, but hey, but it's gonna what? Yield the peaceable fruit, you know? Now that goes to what? Being rebuked. That's also part of the straight. Rebuke, correction, being chastened of the Lord, catching hell, being wrongfully accused. You got to sit there and take the low, you know, being humiliated, you know. You know, hey, that's what we have to go through in order for us to get to the kingdom, man. And into the flesh, like, damn. But at the end, it was worth the reward. Hey, Yahweh Shai went through it, man. And through him, we can overcome. But anyway, unless you got something you gonna say, bro. Second Ezra 7 and 4 says, put the case, matter of fact, I'll start at 3. And I said, speak on my power. Then he said unto me, the sea is set in a wide place that it may be deep and great. And the sea is symbolic to what? The kingdom of heaven. You know, deep and great. You know, we speak of the riches, but the infinite amount of wisdom that we're going to possess, the knowledge. You know, that's the main thing. You know, we always talk about, the clothes, not the kingdom vibes, the carnal riches, the nations, women, children, family, but we never speak about the knowledge we're going to have. The knowledge just to know, to create, to do this and that, man. You know, the true power, man. You know what I'm saying? The know-how. You know, that's why Esau, man, he don't really want to let us go, because he know Jake possessed the knowledge and the know how to create shit. So imagine in these lower bodies, Jake made mighty inventions and things. How much more with the immortal bodies, man? The things we're gonna be able to do. Jake already incredible in these bodies. Look what Jake jumping from the free throw line and shit. You know what I'm saying? Breaking world's fastest man record. Doing fucking cartwheels in the air, like 3 notes in the air and then landing, So how much more in the new bodies, man? That's what we look forward to, man. And then on top of that, just being immortals. It says, verse 4, it says, put the case, the entrance was narrow and like a river. Who then can go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? So just like a river, or the river eventually leads to the sea, and you got, sometimes a river may have to go through a rough patch. You ever see them guys that's kayaking? And they may have to go to the river's running hard. And they got the fucking jagged rocks and shit. And one move, they whole fucking raft could get wrecked, or they can die. Because the river usually, comes from upstream somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have to go through it in order to get to the what? To the sea.
Yeah, because you're going to have to, like, plummet, plummet from that cliff.
Mm-hmm.
That cliff going straight down into,
The waterfalls and shit, yeah.
You got to go off that waterfall. And then, like you said, after that stream of running water, there's that pond down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. It says, who then can go into the sea? And I already read that. Verse 6, there's also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field and full of good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as there was fire on the right hand, and on the left hand deep water, and one only path between them both, even between fire and the water, so small that there could be but one man go there at once. It says, if this city now was given unto a man for an inheritance, if he should never pass the danger set before, how shall he receive the inheritance? It says, and I say, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. That's what we have to go through. This is what the land we can't fight against the will of the Lord. Because when you fight against the will of the Lord, you fuck yourself up. That's being proud, man. You got to submit and humble down to the will of the Lord. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but hey, it's the truth. You rather for somebody to tell you the truth? I know I'd rather for somebody to give me the truth. We gonna have to go through things to get to. Hey, we gonna have to lose things. Look what happened to Job. Job was a perfect example, man. You may lose your family. Your house. You may be homeless. Hey, some of us may be on the run in the wilderness. You may be in a concentration camp for teaching this word. But it's all gonna be worth it in the end. Hey, you may have to even lose your own life. They may put you on the guillotine or line you up in front of a firing squad.
Yeah, we all got to go through this suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Both portions of Israel. The elect and the 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
Both portions are gonna have to go through this, and we're just gonna suffer in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
There's a suffering of the Lord's elect by going through this difficult time, and then there's the suffering of the ones that would not listen to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And their suffering is gonna be more of a physical suffering.
Huh. Verse 11, it says, because for their sake I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was the decree that now is done. The creature was subject to vanity, as the scriptures say. Because it was all the will of the Lord, man. Who sent the serpent to Eve to beguile Eve. That was the Lord, man. Because in order for us to be gods, our elders always bring this out, man. So I believe they got it from high priest Yaquab. So in order for you to be God, you got to know the difference between good and evil. So we had to go through this state, and we have to witness the result of evil as well. And the result of evil is going to be what? All the calamities that's going to come.
Yeah, we had to go through this evil to appreciate righteousness. To truly, understand what the Lord has given us.
Mm-hmm.
When He rewards His elect. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna, it's gonna be like, like when you do something bad, not to do it anymore.
Yep.
Because you felt the consequences of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, we don't appreciate, somebody telling us to do something if we don't understand it. But once we experience it, we appreciate what they said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What they told us to do that we didn't once appreciate before, because at the time we didn't know.
We didn't understand.
We didn't understand. So, of course, you're not going to appreciate nothing you don't understand. So we had to go through it. We had to go through that. We have to go through this.
Yeah.
All right, so we can truly understand and appreciate what the Lord has done.
And it takes having a humble mind and a spiritual approach. Because when you trying to look at it from a carnal aspect, you're not gonna understand. But when you're in the spirit, you're like, oh, I get it now, Lord. Damn, it get that's where the comfort comes. Because you can imagine, all this shit coming and not knowing why it's happening. Oh man, that's a terrible feeling.
So yeah, this is what we're saying. This is the knowledge of good and evil.
Yep.
Having the understanding of what's righteous and what's not.
God. It says, verse 12. It says, then were the entrance of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful.
Yeah, because like the wicked, they only have the knowledge of evil right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, since they would not listen to the Lord and get righteousness His way, they're gonna get righteousness through pain and suffering.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they're gonna have to get a whooping first, till they realize a very, 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 very sore whooping, till they realize that they shouldn't have done what they did.
Yeah.
And denying the Lord.
That's why the 2/3 gonna have that everlasting shame and content in the kingdom. They're gonna like, damn, we ain't, they was right. You know what I'm saying? That's why I should say, then they should know about death by pain.
Yep.
See, we right now, we all going, we all, like the brother said, we all have to. It's good to say what I think it's in John about fire. Can't be born again unless you're born.
Yeah. John 3.
Yeah, just
St. John 3. I think it's
yeah, I think it's just a quick point, real quick.
Oh yeah, there we go. Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, St. John 3, verse 5, it says, Yahweh answered, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit.
Come on, if I may jump up, I think it's 3.
Verse 3. Oh,
yeah,
that's exactly it, yeah.
Because either way it go, you got to be born again in order to enter the kingdom.
Right.
Born again, in the spiritual sense.
Because it's saying the same thing, but it's it's saying it in a a better sense where
Mm-hmm.
more easy to understand.
Because in a sense, that's twofold. Either way it go, you got to be born again into the kingdom. Whether it's gonna be born again now in spirit, repenting, being as a child, being retaught and renewed through the Holy Spirit, or you're gonna be born again in the kingdom as through the lines of the elect, as a 2/3. And you can be born in the kingdom. You have to go in order for that you have to go through an excruciating death.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you'd rather be trying to be born again now in the spirit, than being, have to go through that route. Because you would get a wicked chick. Well, if I'm going to be in the kingdom anyway, then I might as well. Like, no, you don't want to play with the Lord, man. The Lord can have your ass in that 5, and it feel like an eternity. You got it, bro.
St. John 3, verse 3, it says, Yahweh answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Yahweh.
I think it was another one, but I can't think of it now. But that's a good one too as well. I think it was something. But either way it goes, we gonna have to go through the straits, man. It's we're gonna have to suffer. Or you're gonna have to suffer for righteousness' sake, or you gonna have to suffer for wickedness' sake. Either way it goes, you have to suffer. What the difference? You got it, bro.
Yeah, because the being born again is you know what I'm saying, changing yourself for
Mm-hmm.
and to serve the Lord, man.
Huh.
Changing your actions and your deeds and your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and making yourself, you know what I'm saying, sacrificing to the Lord. You know what I'm saying, and making yourself more toward, making your actions and your mind more geared towards His will, rather than, you know what I'm saying, the works of this world.
Because why? The works of this world is going to be burnt up. It's going to be destroyed. The fashion of this world fadeth away, as the scriptures say. So, you'll do yourself a justice or a good service by serving the Lord, man.
You got to be renewed in your mind, man.
Okay.
And you got to put out the old ways and put in the new ways of serving the Lord.
Con. I got some more in the second Ezra. 7 and I think 13. That's another precept I got too after this one.
Second Esdras 7:13, it says, "For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them."
Yeah. So in order for you to receive the goods, you have to go through what? The straits. And I got a quick precept, if I may. I think it's the condition of the battle. I believe it's in the same chapter.
Yeah, because, like, everybody wants the reward, but they don't want to put the work in to get the reward. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to have it made, but you don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do nothing to receive it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to live the life, but don't want to put in any struggle to get there.
Because Jake think this place is his rest. This ain't the rest, man. And if I may, real quick, when you jump down, because this chapter is a mighty chapter, bro. Because the Lord pretty much is giving, He's answering Ezra's questions. He's giving them like, this is pretty much what we got to go through in order to get to the kingdom. He's getting Ezra's clarity, and now it makes more sense now in these times as we, the prophets are coming back on the earth, which Lord willing we hoping to be, the elect, now, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense to why, we went through everything that we went through as a nation, and it makes sense to why we have to go through what we have to go to get to the kingdom, And if I may, real quick, this is 2nd Ezra 7:42. If you jump down, same chapter. Because I'm going to jump down to 57 after this. It says, but I'm going to read this. It's 2nd Ezra 7:42. He answered me and said, "This present life is not the end where much glory do abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom shall be at the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, and temperance is at the end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up." It says, "And then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor oppress him that have gotten the victory." Which that's the elect, man. And reading this, that's why these things have to happen. The day of doom must happen so the beginning of immortality can start, man.
Exactly.
That's why we understand. That's why we're like, hey, bring Jacob's trouble on. We know that although it sounds harsh, like damn, we have to go through it, but we know in order for us to get to immortality, this has to happen.
Yeah, it's like when a mother is bringing a child into the world.
Mm-hmm.
The mother wants the kid so bad, but she knows that she has to go through a whole bunch of pain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To carry that child into the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's an excruciating type of pain that they have to go through. Hey, but the end result, you know what I'm saying? When they hold and hug that child in their arms,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, the end result is well worth it.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's mighty, you
it's
know.
worth all the pain and suffering you went through. It was worth it.
Yeah. Because that child, and that child is symbolic to who? Yahweh Shai. You know? You know,
Yeah.
coming back from, the waters, the heavens. You know, that's mighty. Because you never knows when a woman, once she had that child, she got that
That joy.
that look of relief on her face. Like she just looked relaxed, like,
Yeah.
whew. You know, now she get the, and what happened usually after they had the child? The woman rests. She get to rest and sleep, you know? Because she had to endure, what, 16 to 20 hours, or how many hours? Because sometimes that shit lasts two days of just pain, and then finally the baby come, man. And that's how it is, man. This suffering is only for a moment anyway. The shit that we have to go through. What's going to be compared to eternity? So you might as well just go through it, man. And because why? We get it. Because Jake, when you in the flesh, you're going to lose. Because the flesh don't want to die. The flesh, you know what I'm saying? The flesh don't want to go through discomfort. But when you're in the spirit, you're like, man, I have to go through this in order to get, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, hey, call Yabashim Yashah for this truth. Because now we have comfort to know why we go through, why we went through what we went through as a nation. And why we even what right now in our personal walk, why we go through things, why we suffering things. The Lord's right there comforting us. No, this is why this is going on. But don't worry. And in the process, we still having faith. Because usually, that's how the Lord works. You'll go through something and the Lord eventually will bless you in the long run. And you'll look back like, man, I'm glad I kind of went through that, man. You have it like a Jake. Like a good example. Jake go to jail. Go through all that, all the hellish process of going through all that. But eventually, he come out, I ain't saying all this the case for every nigga, it's niggas out here, some niggas still don't get it, but,
Right.
you had that one Jake, he'd get out, and he like, man, thank God I went to jail. It was the best thing that happened to me.
Hey, yeah, because the Lord allowed them to learn something while they was in there.
Mm-hmm.
They learned that they can't continue on like that.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be any good for them in their life.
Yep.
And they seek, while they're in that state of mind, they seek to change their life and do better things for themselves.
Yeah. And they suffered, but eventually a blessing came out the end of it. And that's how the Lord is with us, man. We got to suffer, but hey, the blessing is going to be well worth the reward, because if I jump down to 57, straight to the point, 2nd Ezra 7:57, then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the things that I say. And what's the victory over the flesh, this world, and everything that ends it? That's why we got to deny ourselves, and that's a fight, because we live in a world where everything geared towards the flesh, pleasures, instant gratification. Rome, as in Rome, do as the Romans do. What the Romans known for? Being freaky, over, insatiable. The Edomite way. That's how Esau is, the insatiable man. Who just live in the flesh. And eventually that leads to what? You dying. So hey, the Lord told us we come to the truth. We got to put off the flesh. And to the world, it seems stupid, but it leads to life. When you fight the flesh, when you don't commit adultery, when you don't do drugs, when you don't, what else? Live in the excess, being a glut, just find yourself just overindulging, or when you don't, what I'm saying, whatever, just fucking every girl you see.
Yeah, just be, some people have a problem with eating food.
Yeah.
And that leads to obesity.
Yep.
and hey, you could die. You could die from eating food. All this food is corrupted with all kinds of poisons, man.
Yeah.
And if you're not watching your health, you could perish from that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, people have died from eating McDonald's.
Yeah. Literally. Optos, got the damn.
You got people out here in gangs and shooting each other up, and You know, like you said, you mentioned people doing drugs, people overdosing. You know what I'm saying, on all these different substances out here. The devil then put out here for you to kill yourself with.
Yep.
You know, people are just out here living recklessly, man. You know, with no guidance or true direction in their life on how to live proper and righteous. But that's where, you know, Yahweh Shai comes in, because man, he led the perfect life for us to, you know, live a good lifestyle, man, and that all comes with serving the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not serving, you know what I'm saying, living in the ways of this world, man.
It says, verse 58, but if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the things that I say. It says, for this is the life where Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live. You know, saying that's the same thing the Lord's doing now through the mouth of the prophets, man. You know, give you the, hey, choose thee life. It's good to say, what, repent ye therefore, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. You know, and that's the thing, man, you know, and we speaking first and foremost to ourselves. Just because we do these lessons, not mean we exempt, you know, and we're fighting as well. This flesh, man. You know? You know what I'm saying? You know, we ain't exempt. Scripture say, hey, our righteousness is filthy rags. But the Lord at least want to see forth the effort. Are you putting forth the effort? Or are you just out here just willy-nilly, just pretty much living an undisciplined life? You know? Lord wants to see fighters, man. Are you putting up a fight? Because we get it, man. We live in a world that's wicked. You know, you understand, when you see how people do the things they do, you know, we get it. We understand it. We not condoning the shit, you know. But we understand, because Jake just trying to cope with the hell, man. This is fucking hell. You know, but we know we have to go through this order to get to the kingdom, man. And that's why the importance of Yahweh Shai is so important, man. That's why, you know, this truth is called what? The Comforter. You know, because now we have comfort to know why we going through this thing, man. So, you know, instead of, you know, going to drugs, instead of going to the, you know, overindulge on the bottle or pussy all the time, or, you know, what, or overindulging to cope with reality, we go to the truth. The truth help us cope with reality. You know? We go to the Lord, man.
Yeah, and you got those that, you know what I'm saying, that clearly aren't happy with life. You know what I'm saying? They got, you know, evil spirits on them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll sit there and give you a glass of poisoned water, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you got parents killing their children, man.
Done.
They giving them cups of ramen noodles with poison in it. You know?
Gone.
Hey, this is an evil world we live in. All right, man, you gotta watch out, man, because people got these spirits on them, and you gotta be able to look out for things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's, hey, the Lord, you know what I'm saying, instructs you to do so. You know, people in this world don't have your best interest at heart, you know?
Gone. Got anything else, bro?
Yeah, that's it.
Under fire. I'm gonna read a little bit down. I'll read. It says, nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him, nor of me, which has spoken unto them, that there should not be such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. Because we're not gonna be in heavy because we see, you know, 2/3 be destroyed. You know, we're gonna be rejoiced at the fact that we made it. You know, and then at the same time, we know they're gonna come back. That's the merciful part about the Lord. They coming back.
Right.
The Lord, that's even merciful, man. You got Jake out here talking about the 2/3 ain't gonna come back, but the heathen gonna be on the earth. That don't even make no damn sense.
Yeah, man, because neither us nor the Lord wanted you to go through that.
Yeah.
None of us wanted you to go through that.
Yeah.
That's the point. We've been trying to warn you the whole time, but you didn't listen.
Come on. You know, so hey, at the end of the day, man, all Israel gonna be good, man. You know, we just hoping, we're fighting and hoping to be part of the first, you know, the first fruits, man. That first resurrection. know. You got anything else?
That's it for me.
All right, so with that, we pray this video was edifying. We want to give all glory, all praises, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who definitely do well. Peace and salutation to the hopefully elect and the society can push the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Kum Yasharala. Abba.
Bye.
Chemotherapy 2025.
Soon.